Cool. Okay, so ignore all messages created by the bot itself. That's fine. Message create. Okay, so what we need to do is we effectively need to do what we're doing for, okay, so we need to connect this. Okay, cool. All right, so I know what we need to do. So chat, let me explain the next step. Yo, Chandito, Cheeto Bandito, what's up, dude? This song is classic though. This is the Metalhead gateway drug. Yeah, like honestly, Slipknot is just like gateway metal. Like there's so much stuff that's way more metal than Slipknot. But I grew up on Slipknot. Like I grew up on all different kinds of metal, and that was definitely one of them for sure. So it's more like all this is more like nostalgic for me. You know what I mean? Podman Desktop was okay, but got better quickly. I don't know how great Podman Desktop was. I tried it, and then I found OrbStack, and I was like, I'm good. But like again, my personal recommendation for you, inexpensive, is just to create a VM. Just create a VM. Make because that's what Docker Desktop and all these other ones are going to do at the end of the day with a Windows machine. Just create a Linux VM, like an Ubuntu VM, whatever. Like it doesn't really matter. Just create something that you can easily manage, install things on, and consider that your desktop, Docker Desktop, basically. What music is currently playing? We are listening to Smooth Criminal by Alien Ant Farm. What's up, Mo? How's it going, by the way? How did you know, or how did you make the app know to use the local stack config? So all of this is powered by Nix. Let me show you, and then I'll explain to you what the next step is, okay? So the first thing we always need to do is we need to build our application, right? And that's what we do here. We build our application. Once we've got our application built, we can make a dev shell based off of the inputs from that application, which is inputs from right here. I don't know if we have one for what is your GitHub. Yeah, there you go. I guess we do. I wasn't sure if we had one or not. Okay, let me snooze this one. So okay, like I said, we build the application, right? We create a dev shell for that application. The nice thing about dev shells is that all of the environment variables are injected into the dev shell as well. So you'll see that I abstracted away all of the environment variables that we use in the project, right? But these are all of them here. And then I'm adding them to the dev shell here because I don't need all of these everywhere. Like I don't need these for the build, right? We just need go private for the build and go enabled, right? Those are all we need for that. But because these are all of our environment variables that we use for the entire flake, this is where they all live. And so AWS access key ID, default region, endpoint, secret access key, all of this stuff gets added to the shell, right? It gets added to the shell. And so once that gets added to the shell, then we wire up the Nix run so that it knows to build the default package, use the bin backend Discord quirkbot location, basically, and run it. And because the shell's already set up, we're good to go. So now if I do like, echo access key, you'll see that it's test, right? And if I do AWS S3 LS, because those environment variables are exposed, it'll just use, the local stack version instead of the one that I'm, instead of like Amazon, the real Amazon routing. So that's what it is. It's really just me wiring up this stuff with Nix. To be honest with you, your whole automation, local DX, and setup for Quirk is very inspiring. Well, dude, what is your blog? You should definitely, again, like keep up to date. Wait, what is the blog link? We got to update some of these contexts. There we go. The blog is going to have a lot more stuff like this. Like I do have my entire dev setup on the blog. So if you're curious around, like I wrote a whole article on how my dev environment is set up with Nix. So if you're curious about that, that's a really good article. Another one that's also really good is like how I use Go private modules. This is a new one that I just put out recently. And there's going to be more stuff like that too. So yeah, the blog is really where I'm going to probably put a lot of that stuff. And then eventually they'll get turned into, Eventually they'll get turned into YouTube videos, I'm sure. What year is it? I don't know, bro. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so